The treehouse had been sleeping for 100 years. And it only woke up when 4 friends touched its heart. What they found inside was not meant for ordinary kids. This is the story of the sleepy treehouse in a quiet town called Maplewood. There lived 4 best friends who did everything together. There was Ion, who loved adventures more than anything. Mika, who could solve any puzzle you threw at her. Rayan, who was always ready with a joke, even when things got tricky. And Lena, who carried a sketchbook everywhere, loving stories and drawing what she imagined. At the very edge of their town stood a giant, ancient oak tree, and hidden among its thick branches was an old wooden treehouse. Everyone in town called it the Sleepy Treehouse, because no matter what time of day it was, it always looked like it was asleep, peaceful and still. One day, Ion stared up at it and said, "Don't you think it's waiting for someone?" The very next afternoon, driven by curiosity, the 4 friends decided to investigate. They climbed the dusty, creaky ladder, one by one. The door groaned open as they pushed it. Inside, everything was silent. It was covered in a thick layer of dust, forgotten by time. Rayan, trying to lighten the mood, joked, "Congratulations, everyone. We found the world's oldest storeroom." But Lena, with her artist's eye, noticed something strange. A star-shaped mark carved into the floor. And it was glowing with a soft, gentle light. Mika knelt down to inspect it. "This isn't normal wood," she murmured, her mind already racing. Ion, ever the adventurer, reached out and touched the glowing star. The moment his fingers made contact, a magical sound echoed through the air. The whole treehouse began to shake. The windows flew open with a sudden whoosh, letting in streams of sunlight. All the dust simply vanished into thin air. And then, the treehouse let out a deep, rumbling sound, almost like a long, satisfying yawn. Rayan whispered, his eyes wide with disbelief. Did the house just wake up?" Before they could answer, a warm, friendly voice seemed to echo from the very walls of the treehouse. "After many, many years, 4 true friends have returned." As the voice spoke, the walls began to shimmer, showing moving pictures of children from long ago, laughing and playing. The voice continued, "This place sleeps until it finds 4 hearts, brave, clever, joyful, kind." Just then, a hidden door they hadn't seen before opened up in the floor. It revealed a glowing staircase that spiraled down, deep into the heart of the tree. Ion grinned. "Adventure time." Rayan sighed dramatically. "Why do I never say no to this stuff?" They descended the magical stairs and found themselves in another world. The inside of the giant tree was a breathtaking cavern. Glowing mushrooms lit their path, and tiny, floating lights danced around them like fireflies. Giant tree roots formed natural bridges over sparkling streams. It was a secret world, hidden from everyone. After walking for a while, they reached a giant stone door blocking their way. Carved on it were 4 symbols: a shield, a book, a comedy mask, and a heart. Mika pointed. "That's us," she said, recognizing their own qualities. One by one, they each placed their hand on their symbol. The moment they did, the massive stone door rumbled open. In the center of the dark cave beyond floated a magnificent object, the dream crystal. But something was wrong. It was cracked, its light dim and flickering. Standing in front of it was a shifting, wispy shadow creature. It hissed at them, its voice filled with doubt. "You will fail. You are not enough." Suddenly, the room went dark, and each of the friends was confronted by their worst fears. Ion saw a vision of himself falling from a great height. Mika saw herself failing a test, unable to find the answer. Rayan heard the sound of people laughing at him, pointing and mocking. And Lena saw herself completely alone, with no one to share her stories with. But then, Ion's voice cut through the darkness. "We are not alone." Lena added, her voice gaining strength. "We have each other." They reached out and held hands, forming a circle. As they connected, the dream crystal began to glow, brighter and brighter. The shadow creature screamed as the light grew, until it finally disappeared completely. With the shadow gone, the dream crystal healed itself. The cracks vanished, and a brilliant, pure light pulsed from its core. That light rushed through the tree's roots, filling the entire cavern. And in the blink of an eye, they were back in the treehouse. But it was different now. The treehouse was truly alive. Colorful flowers bloomed in the window boxes. Cheerful birds chirped from the rooftop. The warm voice spoke one last time. "As long as friendship exists, I will never sleep again." As a parting gift, it left them a single, glowing leaf. From that day on, to everyone else in Maplewood, the treehouse looked just as old and sleepy as it always had. But too for special friends. It was their secret, a magical hideout that was wide awake. Because some magic places don't wake up with sunlight. They wake up with friendship. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures.